Hi, I'm Donald Wayne Strout. I'm 75 with a bit of pro and amateur racing experience and 10 years in iRacing. I crashed my plane a few years back, and now I am a bit handicapped with two broken legs. I'm no alien, maybe a bit old and slow, but I can hold my own in the 1500 to 2000 iRating range. I'm an engineer, not a coach, but I've been a client of many very good coaches. I do videos and weblogs to be a resource and to use my experience to help others enjoy iRacing more. So let's get into it.
One of the things that I've observed about the difference between a very good iRacing driver and a great iRacing driver is the use of precision in the application of the brake and the throttle pedals. Obviously, at a certain level of development, we all know how to turn in at the correct place. We understand the difference between oversteer and understeer. We know about tracking out correctly and all of those fundamentals. But the final development to really achieve our full potential lies in my opinion, the application of the brake and the throttle. So one of the ways to develop or improve your skills in this area is to use this input graph that's available on various overlays. This one happens to be from iOverlay, and I've used the input graph to allow the application of the brake to show with a red bar, the application of the throttle to show with a green bar, and the graph on the right can be set to give you feedback quickly or slowly, either one. This one is set on the slow one to give me more time to review what's going on. You can also see the steering going on. Down below in the lower section below the steering output, or we'll call it the dashboard output, is the iRacing version of this, but basically the graph is the really important aspect that's used here. And I think that there's great value in applying or placing this overlay just below your line of sight so that you can see what's going on without your eyes moving around too much, and you can actually see the application of the brakes through your peripheral vision as you're driving. So you want to just kind of position it where it's not in your field of view. You want to set up the opacity so you can see through it so it doesn't obscure anything, and essentially you're going to be able to see all your inputs. You're going to be able to see the shape of your braking curve and the shape of your throttle application curve. So the perfect braking curve in most cars looks pretty much like a triangle. There's some exceptions to that when you get into the GT3 and GT4 cars, but let's talk about with most formula cars. You're going to see a rapid application of the brake and then a trailing off like that. That's pretty much an almost perfect brake application curve. So going rapid application, trailing it off. Rapid application, trailing it off. Rapid application, trailing it off. Sometimes you can hold it a little bit longer if you wish, particularly on the cars without wings. You can go like this, hold it, and then trail it off. So those are what you want to practice and train your left foot to be able to do that. It's not as easy as it sounds, and it's one of my biggest personal problems and one of the reasons why I've not achieved my potential. You can do the same thing with the gas or the throttle. In Formula V with low throttle or with low horsepower, you can probably apply the throttle just about that quickly. Or maybe you want to, in a corner where you're worried about wheel spin, you can apply it more gradually, like that. That gradual application is probably very significant when you get into the higher horsepower cars. So let's back up for a minute. We're going to illustrate how to use the pedals to properly launch the car at the beginning on a standing start. Back up a little bit here to get to the normal starting spot. All right, so we're going to be in first gear. We're waiting for the green light to come out. We're going to bring the brakes up to 75%. We're going to be using the anti-stall clutch feature on the aids. The anti-stall clutch allows the car not to stall. You don't have to worry about the clutch application when you're starting out. So you're going to put the brake at 75%. You're going to bring the gas up. You can see when you get to about 20%, you can see the car really hunkers down. You're going to bring it all the way up to about 50 to 55%. If you go much higher than that, you're going to get some wheel spin. So about 50 to 55 seems to be about ideal. We'll see. You can experiment with that in each car and get the best application or the best outcome as you practice. So essentially, as soon as the green comes out, you release the brake immediately and mash the gas. Here we go. No wheel spin. Shift into second. Shift into third. And that should be a pretty good start in the Formula V. Shifted about 82, 83 miles per hour. All right, we're going to be on cold tires. Let's see what. Okay, that method of starting and using the anti-stall clutch and the full brake application and the immediate application of the throttle simultaneously when the green comes out should produce a pretty good result in most cars. Practice and refine it for each situation. I think you'll find it to be a very good technique, and it will eliminate a lot of anxiety and errors and simplify the whole process significantly. I need to give special acknowledgement to two coaches that have helped me a lot in this regard. The first is Blake Townend of Full Speed Coaching, who helped me understand the importance of applying the brake very quickly to take advantage of the downforce and to take advantage of the timing of the brake or of the weight transfer from the front to the rear. So you can pretty much apply the brake very quickly, and if you don't apply it quickly, you're giving up some time. So apply the brake quickly and then trail it off. Sometimes on GT cars you have to hold the brake a little bit longer before you trail it off, but on Formula cars it's pretty much apply the brake initially and rapidly at maximum, whatever your maximum is going to be for that particular corner, and then trail it off gradually to the apex. So one of the things I need to acknowledge is the importance that of all of that was taught to me and pointed out to me by Gianni Latsu, who has been my most recent coach. It produced a lot of improvement and focus on the importance of my left and right foot in achieving my best lap times. So congratulations to Gianni Latsu. He's quite an impressive driver, and he does it almost perfect on every corner. I also want to acknowledge some of the videos done by Sam Brooks, Sambo. All of his videos are very, very useful and very, very important. So this is the first of a series of videos that we're going to talk about on the use of the brake and throttle pedals and the proper application to achieve the best lap times. So thank you for watching and have a great day.